Fotabe Elmine, elle sera encore là aujourd'hui.
Oui, teacher.
Oui, teacher sera là aujourd'hui pour nous dire comment on fait pour comment garder le petit business après un échec.
Comment garder le petit business après un échec?
How to save your small business from failing. Comment, ça veut, en français, comment garder ton petit business après l'échec?
Parce si que ton quand business a eu un échec,
hein?
Si ton business a eu un échec,
pour qu'il n'y ait pas d'échec, afin qu'il n'y ait point d'échec.
Ah, voilà.
Pour qu'il n'y ait point d'échec.
J'allais dire que si ton business a eu l'échec, tu vas encore garder ça comment?
Bon, voilà. Donc, et comment faire donc pour garder ce business-là? Pour éviter l'échec lors de ton business. Je crois que...
il faut d'abord éviter trop de femmes dehors.
Fotabe est là. Fotabe, elle est là. Elmine, elle sera là.
Oh non,
Elmine va nous expliquer. Teacher Elmine va nous expliquer les rouages, tout ça là.
Je sais que Teacher Elmine va nous expliquer les techniques. Toi, non, pas à pas. Comment garder son business pour ne pas faire échec. Bon, avant que Teacher nous donne les techniques qu'elle a, parce que ça c'est l'école. Ça c'est un professionnel. Mais moi je vais d'abord donner pour moi à mon niveau. Si tu as ton petit business, tu veux garder ça pour ne pas faire échec. Évite les femmes. Il y a les gars ici dehors, il a sa femme que Dieu a donnée. Mais il est toujours dehors, en train de sortir avec Brigitte, Philomène, NSI. C'est comme ça qu'il dépense partout, mais grâce. Il est obligé de puiser dans son capital. Il faut faire l'économie. Oui, il y a des choses que tu dois te priver. Les amis de la bière, d'abord la bière que tu vois la main grâce.
Je te dis.
La bière.
Mais il y a aussi les petits njangui là. Vous sauvez là, les petits njangui là, ça aide. Hein.
Oui.
Donc,
yami, non?
Le aladji là, non?
Oui.
Tu vends, tu as ta petite boutique là comme ça là. Tu fais le save là. Si tu saves 1000 francs chaque jour ou 2000 de ton commerce, 1000 francs. En 30 jours, ça va te faire 30 000. Hein.
Oui.
Si tu augmentes la marchandise encore, tu ajoutes. Le mois d'après encore, tu augmentes encore. Tu mets maintenant 1500. 1500, après, ça va te faire 35 000 francs à la fin du mois. Après 30 jours, ça te fait 35 colos.
Voilà.
Tu peux décider que, bon, dans les 35 colos, tu ajoutes encore même 20 000 francs dans le commerce. Tu saves 15 000 francs.
Voilà.
Après encore, petit à petit.
Tu ne manges pas les gros viandes chez toi.
Non! Tu vas manger comment? Tu ne sais pas que pour être riche, on se prive de beaucoup de choses.
Hey, mais grâce.
Ça demande beaucoup de privation.
L'histoire de M. Grégoire.
Tu ne vas pas nous dire le contraire. Elle ne nous dira pas le contraire. Mais je te dis, quand on veut être riche, on mange les nourritures, on diminue certaines choses.
L'histoire de M. Grégoire. M. Grégoire avait beaucoup d'argent. Beaucoup d'argent. Un jour, mais il était dur avec lui-même. Un jour, M. Grégoire se balade comme ça dans la rue, dans un quartier. Il voit une belle maison, R plus 5, plus 6. Il regarde la maison comme ça, il regarde et dit, hey, qui a conçu une si belle maison? Qui a conçu une si belle maison comme ça? On lui dit que M. Grégoire, le monsieur qui a conçu ça, dès qu'il a fini de construire, il est mort. Il n'a même pas eu le temps de rester dans la maison. Il dit, yeah! Donc, il n'a même pas eu le temps de rester dans sa maison. Il n'a même pas eu le temps d'exploiter sa maison. Il dit, hey, quelqu'un peut faire comme ça, il meurt sans manger sa part d'argent. Hein. Du coup, il y avait une fille à côté qui faisait le plantain brûlé avec la prune. Ma chérie, non, je ne peux pas mourir sans manger ma part d'argent. Fais-moi un plantain là, avec le maïs, avec la prune. Donc, il était tellement dur que même manger son argent, alors que c'était millionnaire, même manger, il n'arrivait pas à manger. Non, je ne suis pas d'accord que si tu as l'argent, mais grâce. Mange!
Mais il faut manger, on ne dit pas le contraire. Ce n'est pas tous les jours. Tu as dit qu'il y a des jours où tu te fais plaisir.
Que ton business va tomber.
Good morning, Elmine. Bonjour.
Good morning. Teacher.
Teacher, how are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Oh, the traffic was not easy for you.
It wasn't easy at all. Today was really dense.
Yeah, parce que le chant c'est bientôt, donc on est encore dans les derniers préparatifs du chant. C'est là où on fait les routes. Donc pour ceux qui sont du côté de Pont Bonabassem, là-bas, qui viennent de Bonamoussadi, les endroits à éviter, Koto, évitez le pont Bonabassem à partir de Bonabon. Évitez. Donc, vous pouvez prendre des endroits, par exemple, prenez par Missoké et vous sortez par Bepanda Omnisport. Bepanda Camtel, vous sortez vers là-bas. Ou
Passer
alors,
par Tonnerre aussi.
non, tu passes par Tonnerre, tu seras buté avec au pont Bonabassem là-bas, à ce carrefour-là, parce que la route est en train d'être refaite. Et je crois qu'on espère que d'ici là, ce sera déjà terminé.
Yes.
How to save your
Small business from failing.
Failing, yeah.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here again today. So I'm going to be talking to small business owners again. And today we are looking at a problem that a lot of businesses are facing, especially with COVID-19 and especially with the crisis that our country has been witnessing for a few years now. So businesses have usually a lifespan. For some, the lifespan is really long. For some, unfortunately, it is short. A few months ago, I organized a training to talk to some young people about some business concepts. And I remember a young man wrote to me and said, "Ma'am, my business is almost failing. I don't know what to do. Please help me so that my business doesn't fail." That kept me thinking. I know that like this young man, there are many of you out there running small businesses that are not looking good at all. Today we are going to discuss a few ideas that can help you save your small business from failing. One of the things I want to mention right now is that at the heart of all of this is money. Because there is no business that fails because it has too much money. Businesses only fail when there is not enough money to run operations. So at the heart of our discussion today, we are going to be looking at how to ensure that the business doesn't run short of money and so continues to survive. So very simply, I'm going to discuss something that I call my model. I call it my spend less, spend more model. So I'm going to put it like this for your understanding. Here we have spend less, and here we have spend more. I am sure that you're already getting a bit worried. How can I be talking about spending less and at the same time talking about spending more? But if we want to save our small businesses, then we should learn to spend less of some things and spend more of other things. What? Like I said, at the very heart of it is money. So what's the first thing? We have to ensure that we spend less. Spend less money. The whole idea here is that if your business is not looking good, two things might be happening. The first could be that you're not making enough money. The second could be that you're spending too much money. So you need to spend less money so that you can save more money. If we cannot save more money, our business is going to suffer because we won't be able to pay our bills. We won't be able to meet up with other expenses. So to start with, you must ask yourself, where am I spending more money than is necessary? Can I cut down on some expenses? For example, transportation. What I have observed with many small businesses is that they spend a lot on transportation because they buy in small quantities on a very regular basis. So because you buy so many times within the week, within the month, you spend more on transportation. Is it possible to spend less on transportation? This is one. Two, is it possible to spend less on rents? Many small businesses, once they begin, they get an office, they begin paying rents, they pay bills, they pay for internet connectivity. That's quite a lot if the business isn't making money. Is it possible for you to shut down the office and work from home so that you spend less on rents? Think about it. Is it possible for you to sell online so that you can spend less on rents? Think about it. The whole idea is you must spend less if you want to save your small business. Are there some assets you can sell? Are there some equipment you don't need that you can sell to raise more money? Ensure that you're spending less. Ensure you're spending less on anything you think is not very vital for the survival of your business. This is the place to start. What else should you be spending less on? The second is time. Spend less time on perfecting your items. You know, many small businesses produce what they sell. And if you're like me, like an entrepreneur, then you would understand that so many times we are drawn to perfecting the very thing that we sell. If we sell dresses, we spend a lot of time making sure that the dresses are perfect. If we sell technology, we spend a lot of time making sure that it is perfect. We spend a lot of time trying to perfect the item. But when the business is at the brink of collapse, you should learn to spend less time on perfecting the items you sell. Because it is not just about the thing that you sell, it is about selling the thing that you sell. So please spend less time trying to perfect the items, staying back office, working and changing this and changing that, and not selling, but you're paying rents and paying staff. Focus on something else, but we're going to talk about that. But learn to spend less time perfecting the items you sell. Sell them the way they are right now, because you need money. If you cannot make the money at the end of the day, you can't sell this. So start selling what you have right now, and as the business picks up, you improve. Do not wait until it is perfect to start selling. It is important to spend less time perfecting items. I have been down that road, and so many times I spent many nights awake trying to do and redo the programs that we were selling. We weren't selling, and our bank accounts were not looking good because we were spending a lot of time trying to perfect what we are selling and not selling. So spend less time perfecting the items that you sell. What else should you spend less on? Again, time. But this time, it is time that you spend procrastinating. This is a trap. We all fall in this trap. Oh no, I'll do it tomorrow. It's okay. Let me just use today to do something else, then I do something for my business tomorrow. It's a trap. Don't procrastinate. Now is the time to do it. Right now. Do you have this idea? Do you think there's somebody who can pay for this? Sell it. Go to them right now. Pick up that phone and call them and make that sale. Stop procrastinating. You need to spend less time procrastinating. There is no business that survives by being slow. I usually tell young business people, you cannot survive in today's business environment by dragging your feet. The time is now, and you must make sure that this referral that you got from somebody is called right now. So as we're talking and you're learning this, please make sure that now is the time you start implementing if you want to save your business from failing. Do not wait until the time is perfect. Don't procrastinate. This is about time management, and I hope that one day soon we will spend more time talking about time management. The last thing that you need to spend less on is still time. But time with the wrong people. When your business isn't looking good, you don't have time for the wrong people. right? We have time for people, but not the wrong people. Don't spend time with the wrong people when you need to save your business. And you do not just save time with the wrong people physically, but you spend time with them on TV, you spend time with them on the internet, you spend time with them just lying down and chatting with people on WhatsApp and so on. When you are running a small business that is not looking good, actually, even if it is looking good, we do not have time to spend with the wrong people. So who do you follow? Who do you listen to? Who do you talk with? Spend less time with the wrong people. If people are not going to add value to your business, if they are not going to refer you to somebody who can pay, if they are not going to give you an idea to bail you out of business failure, don't spend time with them. This is not the time. Spend less time with the wrong people. There is a lot of noise. So many people are speaking today. They are speaking about different things. And if you're not careful as a small business person, you would waste your time listening to the wrong people. When I talk of wrong, timing is very necessary. There's a time for everything. Do you want to listen to a great preacher? Maybe you make time for that. But if you spend your entire day listening to that with the hope that it's going to save your small business from failing, then there is a problem. You need to spend less time with the wrong people. So look at this. What have we been talking about so far? We've been talking about what you have to spend less on, and it all borders around money and now time. These are two resources that are scarce, especially as far as business people are concerned. These resources are really scarce. When your business is on shaky ground, you want to make sure that you manage these two resources extremely well, because they have the potential of turning your business around. Now we are done with spending less. Let us talk about spending more. What should you be spending more on? The first thing you need to do, which is very important, you should be spending more on learning. So you spend more time learning. If you follow me, you would know that I started a business that failed. And I needed to turn things around for myself, so I spent a lot of time learning. But the truth is that for many small business people, they want to start earning before they learn, if at all. But the whole idea is that you have to learn as you try to earn. What is it that will make your business succeed? You must learn that. Business is not something we do with no plans at all. The business environment is very difficult. It's very challenging. And we need to spend a lot of time learning about our business. But I want to start from learning about you. Who are you? Learn about yourself. Learn about your strengths. Learn about your weaknesses. Because the truth is that as entrepreneurs, as small business people, we have a lot of weaknesses that affect our businesses. Is it that we spend too much on food? It's possible. Is it that we spend too much on entertainment? It's possible. So learn about your weaknesses and learn how you can turn those weaknesses into strengths. What are the things you do not know? If you do not know how to sell, then learn how to sell, because the first salesperson of your business is you. The best salesperson for your business is you. You can hire the most amazing salespeople around. They are not going to sell your business as well as you can do. But if you don't know how to sell, then this is the time to learn how to sell. I hear many business people saying, I don't know how to sell. That is why there are amazing people out there. If you don't sell your business, who does it better? You have to learn how to sell, and this is the time. You know, I've seen a lot of small business people come to us saying that they want to learn things. And when I tell them, see, the best course you can learn here is customer service and sales, then they say, but that's not necessary. That's not necessary. A lot of people sell. But if I am to tell you something today, I'll tell you the best thing to learn, especially when you run a small business right now, is to sell. Learn how to sell. So spend more time learning how to sell. Spend more time learning where you're failing. Spend more time learning how you can turn this business around. Spend more time learning why other small businesses are not failing even amidst the pandemic. Spend more time learning from the best in class. Learn. We have talked of spending less time doing some things. Now we are saying that you need to spend more time on learning. This is the heart. This is the core. And I am sure that if you're watching me right now, you're doing the right thing. I know for sure. Because this is what you should do right now if your business is facing difficulties. Learn. Learn what it takes to turn this business around, because yes, you can turn the business around. The second, you need to spend more time selling right. Spend more time selling right. There is a right way to sell and there is a wrong way to sell. If you learn how to sell the right way, then you can stop your business from failing. But if you learn how to sell the wrong way, then you're just precipitating the failure of your business. I'll give you a small example. When you go to the markets, any of the markets around Douala, where there are people from Nigeria, and you're passing in front of their business places, they call you, come and buy this, come and buy this. They are selling. For them, this is the right way to sell. It is working for them. So what is the right way for you to sell? If you run a restaurant, for example, you may not use the same sales technique. It will not work for you. But what is the right way for you to sell? Can you sell through your friends? Can you sell through your family? Can you sell through all the groups you belong to? Can you sell on social media? Learn how to sell right. And selling right is not just knowing the place where you can sell. It is also knowing what to say when you sell. This is something else we may discuss in another circumstance. Learning how to sell right is important. These days, a lot of people are pushing their businesses to consumers. But sometimes it just helps you to sit down and pull the consumers to your business. We will learn how to do that. But right now, we are saying that you need to spend more time learning how to sell right. The way I sell my institution may not work for you. The way STV is sold may not work for me. So I have to learn how to sell right. You know, another very nice example is, if you live in Boya, then you know there is this man who has a van and he has a loudspeaker and he advertises businesses. This can work for your small business, but it may not work for STV. If STV ever does that, people will be like, are they going crazy or something? It may not work for them. So what is the right way for you to sell your business? Is it to come to STV? Is it to get this guy with the loudspeaker? Is it to stand in front of your business and call people to buy? What is the right way for you to sell? Find out. And you can find out by looking at other people who do the same business as you and are succeeding. How are they selling? You can copy that. There's nothing wrong with copying what is right. So again, spend more time selling right. Not just selling, but selling right. The third thing you should spend more on is time again. Spend time partnering. Spend more time partnering. I know that in some instances I have said that partnerships are not easy. I have said that because I have been in a failed partnership. But there are many ways you can partner, especially when you find that your business is failing. I'll share a little story of mine with you. 4 years or so ago, I had a restaurant in Boya, and I did not have a lot of capital to run this restaurant. So what I did was I partnered with farmers, and I told them, okay, you would bring food for me from your farms, then I will cook food and sell to customers, and then the next day you would collect the money from us, and then you bring us more food. This is what I did to build the capital that we used to run the businesses, because I saw these farmers go to the farm, harvest their crops, and we're not able to sell all of them. So I called them and I said, listen, why even worry to go and sell in the market when you can just go to the farm, harvest, bring here, I cook the food and sell, tomorrow I pay you, and we continue like that. And I was building my capital, and it worked for us. That was a partnership that worked. So if your business is failing, can you partner? Is there somebody who can give you something to help you raise your capital, help you stay on your feet? Can you partner with a financial institution? When I came in, and Kaviro, you were talking about the tongtin, what we call in English commonly the njangi. This is a kind of partnership, coming together with other people and saying, I have 1,000 francs, but I need 10. So if I put 1, you give me 10, I add to my business. This is helping my business to stand. You can do the same with microfinance institutions that are all over the place and are ready to support you. Spend more time partnering. This is very important in a small business. But of course, we know that you should be partnering with the right people, because we said you should spend less time with the wrong people. If you spend more time partnering with the wrong people, of course, you're just killing the business faster. So make sure you learn. We've talked about learning, even about who the best partners could be. And then spend a lot of time going out there to partner with them. If my institution is surviving today, it's basically because I have partners. So partners would help your small business from failing. If you're selling dresses, for example, I remember the last time I left here and someone called me and said, but I have a small shop and I sell only dresses. How can your lessons help? Where do you buy the dresses you resell? If you do not have enough cash flow, can you partner with them to give you dresses you sell and then repay? I saw this very interesting concept when I came to Douala, still around the markets. I found a lot of young men standing by the road selling a single dress. They hold a single dress up and they are selling. And you buy and they disappear. Then they reappear if you're watchful with another dress. Then I asked one, do you have a shop somehow? He said, no, I don't have a shop, but I take from people who have shops and I sell to you. Then I said, but why do you do that? Then he said, because that's how I make my own money. If the shop says sell at 2,000, I will sell at 5. And I make 3,000 from. That's an amazing partnership. Simple. Can this kind of partnership help your business to survive? Think about it. That you need to spend more time partnering. What else should you be spending more time or spending more on? Now we'll talk about energy. We've moved from time. We may go back to time, but now let's talk about energy. So save more energy. Saving. I'm sure everyone was saying that you not dwell a lot on the savings. You have to spend more energy saving. It's not easy to save. When we were children and we had the piggy banks at home, we would put money there with the intention that in December we're going to take out that money and use. But by the time it is April, you're not sure if you want to keep doing this.
Wow.
And it takes a lot of willpower to save. It takes a lot of energy. You have to constantly remind yourself of why you're saving. So spend this energy saving every dime that you make from spending less. Every dime. If you used to pay rents 10,000 francs and today you've closed this office and you're working from home, make sure that every month you save 10,000 francs. Because you're just kind of removing the money from one of the pockets and putting in the other. So you must make sure you spend a lot of energy saving. If you need a piggy bank, get it. It is going to help you. But, of course, piggy banks, we did that as children. But if you're into business, then you may want to partner with an institution that can give you more than you have saved, so that you can save your business from failing. What's the next thing you have to spend more on? You have to spend more communicating. And here, communicating with stakeholders. A lot of people do business and their neighbors don't know that they do business. Where I live, I have a lot of neighbors and I don't know the business they do because they never tell me. And sometimes coincidentally, I just get to realize that I needed a service and there's somebody right next door who can provide that service but did not communicate. Spend more time communicating with stakeholders. Tell your neighbors what you do. Tell your friends the business you run. Tell them to tell their friends. Tell your church members. Tell whoever can buy from you, because these are the people who would save your small business from falling. Tell them. Spend a lot of time communicating. If you've never done it, then today may be the day to go to every home around where you live and tell them the business you do. If you sell clothes for kids, tell them I sell clothes for kids. If you sell food, tell them you sell food. Let them know. Let your children be able to tell their friends that my dad, my mom sells clothes or shoes, or communicate with the right stakeholders. In business, communication is key. If you do not communicate with the right stakeholders, your business will fail. So spend more time talking to people about your business. And one way I have learned to do this is to tell my story. It's an amazing way to pull people to your business, depending on what kind of business you run. But I think that everyone likes to hear a beautiful story. We are all very curious as human beings. We want to know. I want to know where Mireille is coming from. I want to know what happened to Calvino. I want to hear their stories. And when they start telling us their stories, then I'm keen. And then somehow there is this bonding. When Calvino says he has a small business here and this is how he started this business, the next thing is, wow, Calvino is an amazing guy on TV. I want to patronize that business. Tell your story. Let people know about your story. I sold tomatoes, peppers as a young girl in primary school. I did that. And when I tell my students that I sold pepper, they're like, oh, you sold pepper. And we didn't know. This story pulls them to the business I do. They want to know more about the business I do. So communicate, tell your story. Today it is easy to tell your story. You can go Facebook Live and tell your story. You can tell your story through TikTok. A lot of you use TikTok. Tell your story. Let people know. Let your neighbors know that maybe you had a misfortune and this is why you're doing this business. This pulls people to your business. You would be surprised that somebody leaves a distance to come do business with you simply because they have heard your story. And this is going to help you. Remember, the best way to save your business is to make your business make money. Anything you have to do to make money, do it. Because businesses fail because their coffers are dry, not because they have too much money. So everything we are saying here is just to help you make more money. Everything. And finally, we want you to spend more time again with the right people. Who do you listen to? Who do you spend time with? Spend more time with the right people. Know who can turn your business around. Go talk to them about your business. When I started the Fotabe University of Cameroon, I did not have capital. I did not have a campus, and I did not have furniture. But I had gotten the authorization because someone put at my disposal a campus. But when I had to start classes, of course I needed a campus, I needed office space. But because I have learned in my life to spend more time with the right people, I spoke to just the right people, and I got a campus for a whole year, furniture, office space without paying rent.
Wow.
Yeah.
I spent time talking to the right people. The right people are those people who are succeeding in the kind of business I do. I don't view them as my competitors. I view them as my mentors. So when you spend time talking to the right people, your business will be turned around. One way you can talk to the right people is if you can write a business plan and send to as many people as possible about your small business, about saving your small business. Look for every opportunity to go to someone who has the ability and probably the desire to help save your business from falling. This is where not procrastinating becomes important. Because if you keep procrastinating, no, I'll find someone tomorrow. Until I know this person very well, you may not do it. Talk to the right people. Spend more time with the right people. The right people can lead you to the right people who can help your business survive. Remember, what we want you to do is to get that money coming back into your business. This is why you're spending less time on not making money. You're spending more time making money by selling the right way, by telling your story and attracting people to your business, by making sure that that money starts coming back to your business. It is important. When it gets tough, you must think on your feet. When business gets tough, you must think of where else can I get money from? There are many alternative sources. I just talked about getting farmers to help me, but you could also think of selling something else that could give you faster returns. At the end of the day, you want the money back into your business. This is how you can save your business. Saving your small business from failing depends on 3 things we have spoken of today. 3. Number 1, money. Business is about money. This is why you need to spend less, you save more, you sell right, you talk to the right people because you want money. Number 2 is time, which is a resource we don't have. Make the best use of your time, because time translates to money. Time translates to money. This is why the Englishman says that time is money. So don't waste your time doing things that will not bring money to your business. Do only things that will bring money to your business if you want to save that business. And then the 3rd we talked about is energy. Even energy translates to money. So I am standing here, I am using up energy to talk. So don't waste the energy doing things that are not necessary. Use your energy to get that money coming back into your business. If it means giving up on cars and going on foot, do that. If it is going to help you save money and make more money. If going out of your line of business to do something else for a while and then coming back to your business is what is going to bring that money, then do it. When my business was collapsing, I started teaching. I needed that money from teaching to put in my business. So I was teaching, making that money, and then reinvesting in my business. Think of many things you can do. So many times it is disheartening to sit down and see someone getting up in the morning, having a small shop in front of their house. They put a mattress and they sleep when customers are not coming. And then they tell you my business is failing. You can use your energy to do something else to bring that money to your business. You can use that time, instead of sleeping there, you can use this time to get to 1, 2, 3, 10 people who can help your business to be revived. Everything we do in business should be intentional. It is not parazar. We don't do anything in business parazar. Everything is well calculated. Where you go is well calculated. Who you talk to is well calculated. How you sell is well calculated. So please do not forget, I call this my spend less, spend more guide. Do not forget that if your business is at the brink of collapsing, you should spend less money, spend less time perfecting what you're selling. Start selling. And while you're selling, you're perfecting it. Okay? Every product that you see in the market today has gone through this transformation. They started selling and then they improved upon. So begin selling and improve. Spend less time saying, I'll do it later. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it the day after tomorrow. Because your business doesn't fail in one day. No business fails in one day. Every business fails over time. It starts failing gradually. As you're procrastinating, it is failing. Until the day you no longer have business. Okay? Spend less time with the wrong people. There are a lot of wrong people. They are not bad people. They are just not good for your business. They are just not useful for your business. So when you're trying to save your business, you may want to spend less time with the wrong people and spend more time learning. Learn about who you are. Learn about what you don't know. Learn about how you can use what you know to improve on your business. Learn how to sell right. You must know how to sell. Learn how to sell right. Spend more time partnering with the right people, with the right organizations. Spend a lot of energy saving your money. Don't forget my experience of the piggy bank. Save. This is the only way you can save your business. Spend more time communicating. Tell your story. Let people hear. Tell people what you do. Tell your neighbors, your friends, your colleagues about your business. Tell them. Communicate. Then spend more time with the right people. We do business for people. People give us the money that we so much need to save our business from failing. If we do not spend more time with the right people, our business is going wrong, completely wrong. Business is about people. Your customers, your friends. Remember this, if you lose one customer, your business might fail. Just one. Because no customer lives alone. When a customer leaves your business, the customer takes with them their family, their friends, then their money. So spend more time with the right people, and customers are your right people. Your neighbors are the right people. Other business people who have survived, who are succeeding, are the right people. Spend more time with the right people. And I am sure if we put all of this into practice today, even if that small business of yours is at the brink of collapse, you can turn things around for yourself. But you have to take action today, right now. Do not procrastinate. Now is the time to take action. Thank you very much.
Wow. Mais il y a des gens vraiment qui n'ont pas toutes vos connaissances que vous avez. Il a par exemple un capital de 300 000 francs. Vraiment, quand on vous écoute, on comprend que pour tout business, il faut un business plan.
Yes.
Lui, il a peut-être son capital de 300 000 francs. Il n'a aucune connaissance. Il se dit que, waouh, je fais quoi? Bon, paf, je me lance dans la friperie. Il n'a pas fait un business plan. Aujourd'hui, pour avoir, par exemple, quelqu'un, un conseiller qui peut vous donner le carnaval de business plan, peut-être il faut payer. Oui. Lui, qui n'a pas ses moyens pour procurer, pour s'en procurer. Lui, il fait comment pour avoir toute cette connaissance ici afin de se lancer? Parce que quand je vous écoute, je vois qu'il faut établir son business plan, prendre le temps, même c'est 2 mois, 3 mois avant de se lancer. Qu'est-ce qu'il doit faire? Il n'a pas les moyens pour prendre un coach. Il doit faire comment? Il doit se rapprocher des gens. Voilà, je veux une réponse, papa.
Thank you very much for that question. I'm going to say a few things. Some will shock you. Some may make you think. I don't believe that every business needs a business plan to start. I don't believe that.
Every business is what?
Every business needs a business plan to start.
bon, hein?
I don't believe that. That's why I said I'm going to say something that may shock you. What's the essence of a business plan? It is to tell you that this is where I am and this is where I want to be. It's a reminder first for you. But then it is also very useful if you need someone to give you money. Now you have your money. You do not necessarily need a business plan to start.
Okay.
All you can do now is to think that, what business can I do? Remember, you spend time learning about you. I have this money. What can I do? I cannot sell frippery. Me, I don't know how to sell that. Even though I should learn. If I want to get into it, I have to learn how to sell that. So this person, even with no business plan, just needs basics to sit down and say, I have 3 million francs. I know that to buy a bale of frippery is 1 million francs. I know that to pay transportation to get it is 500 francs. I know that to get a shop is, no, I don't need a shop, because if I have to pay 10 months for a shop, I don't have any money to start with. This is all. It is not supposed to be an elaborate plan that spells out all those things you want to do, write all that literature. You don't need that.
Okay.
What you need rather is a small budget if you do not have the means to get someone to show you how to write a business plan. Even though, Kavino, today you can learn anything on the internet.
Yes.
This person just needs to have a smartphone.
Il y a aussi des gens qui savent pas.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, that you just need it. And I think that one very important quality for every businessman is curiosity. I don't know how to use the internet. I should be curious enough to ask Avino that how do I use
Voilà, internet.
But even if you don't know, even someone who has not gone to school can count, can say that this is 3 million francs. In as much as you know 3 million francs, it means that you know that if I use 500,000 francs and I count the dresses, if I sell at 1,000 francs, I'm going to make 1 million francs. And when I make 1 million francs, I will keep 200,000 francs in my savings and then buy something else and add to my business. This is all. They do not need all the time an elaborate business plan. I think that we're overrating business plans, especially when it comes to small businesses. We're overrating it. It is not all the time that people need to spend so much time writing business plans. My advice, start the business. If you can sit down and have a small budget.
The idea first.
Yes, because you already have the idea, you want to sell frippery. You have the money. Write it down. I have 3 million francs and I want to buy frippery for 1 million francs. I want to pay transport for this. I will go to the market. This is what I'll spend. You write that down and start your business. As the business grows, you may have need now for a business plan that will help for expansion. Then you have now the money to call Madame Fotabe and say, see, come and write a business plan for me. Then you can pay my transport.
Okay.
But for now, if you don't have, start the business. Start the business.
You start first.
Start first. And you grow, you learn. So business plans are not always a must when you're starting a business.
To start first, vous commencez un business and you have the idea that you have, the money that you have,
Yes.
and then you make the plan for what you want to buy,
Yes.
for your stock,
Yes.
for your stock, and then we need to have a good place who can take.
Yes.
I'm just from
Yes.
what you say. You
need a good place, because if it is frippery, I cannot sell in my house. Many people will not know.
And what about the now with these digital things? People are selling in the digital more than
they are selling online.
Online. Yeah.
They are selling on Facebook. They are selling on WhatsApp. It is interesting because it is very cost effective. You save. That is why I was saying that if you want to spend less, can you close the shop and sell online? You can sell from home. It could be slow, but if that is what you need to save money for your business, then you should do it. So you can sell online. It is true that the challenges selling online are enormous because we still have not fully embraced the culture. And there are so many people you cannot trust online. But it is something that you can build over time. And when people get to understand that every time they order, you deliver, word of mouth will go around and you will sell. So it's having your idea is okay. Once you have your capital, sit down to do a small budget. Anybody can do a small budget. A budget is just a kind of checklist.
Yeah.
Even women who are going to the market to buy food for their children have a budget.
Budget, yeah.
I have 10,000 francs. I want to buy Maggi for 100.
Rice.
So rice.
Tomato.
That's all. Tomatoes. That's all you need.
Okay.
You do not need an elaborate plan
Okay.
because that's a waste of time and resources for a small business.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Elmine.
Elvine.
Elmine.
Elmine.
Fotabe.
Thank you for having
Thank you
me.
for coming and can you give your yes, or your contact first?
Yes, my contact, you can find me on all social media platforms with my name. So on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, you can find me Fotabe Elmine.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for coming. Next week again.
Yes, next week I'm here to be talking about something else. Maybe you or the viewers can suggest what you would really like us to talk about. I'm flexible.
Okay. Thank you, Elmine.
Thank you.
Let's say on Wednesday, next
Yes.
Wednesday.
Yes, thank
Have
you
a-
very much.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
you for coming and thank you for taking your time to come and explain to the televiewers what your experience is.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Merci à vous de nous avoir regardés. Malheureusement, Solange a eu un petit malaise, donc voilà, d'où son absence pendant un moment de l'émission. Je suis sûre que beaucoup se posaient déjà des questions. Bref, nous sommes toujours ensemble et on espère, on se retrouvera demain quand il sera 10h sur cette même chaîne pour nous capter, bien sûr, allez sur Amos 17 et vous nous aurez. Prenez soin de vous et bon appétit à vous. Ciao. Calvino. Au
Ciao.
revoir.